The fundamental job of a prison guard is to keep convicts from getting outside the prison walls.
Yeah, but a Fox 5 I-Team investigation discovered prison staff in Georgia have another mission, keeping drones from landing inside the walls. I-Team reporter Randy Travis was there when authorities made their first arrest of someone accused of smuggling cell phones into prison by using a drone. Hey, Randy?
That's right, Russ and Sine. Investigators tell me we're going to hear a lot more about this problem, not just because drones are cheaper and growing in popularity, but because authorities admit they're not really sure how best to stop them.
If you locate any contraband, anything illegal in there, leave it where it's at, photograph it first.
Long before sunrise, a determined group of law enforcement officers gathered near MLK Boulevard, hoping to soon make history. The first arrest of someone using 21st century technology to create 21st century trouble.
So they're attaching these cell phones to the bottom of the drone and delivering them like Amazon wants to do.
Correct. Trying to find ways to fight it is a different story.
For years, the Fox 5 I-Team has followed the state's attempts to block cell phones from being smuggled into Georgia prisons. Authorities say inmates use the phones to harass victims or witnesses, coordinate crimes inside other prisons, and keep their finger on the action outside.
They can continue to run their business as the #1 guy from inside a prison cell.
In real time?
In real time. Same for a gang leader.
The state asked Facebook to shut down around 20 inmate pages each month. Pages created with pictures and videos shot on smuggled cell phones, like these clips used by prison authorities to prosecute the camera-ready convicts. Sometimes inmates get those phones from friends who toss them over the fence, like you can see in this infrared surveillance video from Augusta State Medical Prison. This young man was quickly arrested. Other times, prison staff sneak them inside, where the phones can sell for as much as $1,500. Each month, authorities announce the arrest of staffers accused of smuggling in contraband. But the drone wars have opened a frustrating new front.
So your staff not only has to look out, they have to look up now.
Yes.
Pay close attention to the security video from Calhoun State Prison. See the light coming from right to left? That's a drone authorities believe was carrying cell phones on a rope right over the fence line. They believe a guard on the take could have popped open a door to let the inmate run outside at a specific time. And this is the drone they eventually recovered at Calhoun. No one ever found what the drone delivered that night.
How many cell phones do you think they could attach to the bottom of this?
I would hate to guess, but you could probably put 6 or 8 with no problem on that one.
So far, authorities have recovered 4 drones inside or near state prisons, all at night. All of them, Chief Investigator Ricky Myrick believes, built to make repeat deliveries.
You would have this set up in reverse with a package at the end, and when it lands and takes the weight off, those hooks would
just fly away.
Off. Correct.
And pick up another load.
Pick up another load and keep coming. We have no way of gauging how many successful attempts the drones that we're in possession of have made, nor how many occur every night.
Late last year, authorities caught a break. They discovered this drone inside the Wilcox State Prison yard with 4 cell phones and a Bluetooth earpiece still attached. On the drone itself, investigators located a fingerprint. A print, they say, belongs to Greg Spurlock.
Did you really use a drone to try to smuggle cell phones into a prison? They say they got your fingerprint on this drone. How'd it get there?
According to police records, Spurlock is a member of the Cash Money Boys gang. The 23-year-old Atlanta man also served time in the Georgia prison system.
Are you concerned that there are guys who are on the inside who see how profitable smuggled cell phones can be, are going back outside when they're released and making it a business?
Unfortunately, that is very common. That is what we are seeing, and it's a very profitable market for them.
Do you understand how big a problem cell phones are? They say it's a huge security problem in prison, and they say you're part of it.
Authorities are exploring all options because they realize there are ideas even more dangerous than drone-delivered cell phones.
Could you put a handgun under here and fly it in?
Very easily, and that's what scares us. And the only reason that we believe we haven't seen one at this point in time is the inmates themselves must not want them inside either, because they would work just as easily as attaching a couple cell phones to it.
And that is scary. Now, there are some systems available that work like radar to detect objects flying over the prison perimeter, but they are expensive and they're not exactly foolproof. I mean, today, Russ, what about a bird or leaves that might be floating over the prison? You get all these false hits on your system there, and you've spent a lot of money, and it's not exactly working perfectly. So they're just trying to figure out what else they can do, and they're not sure yet what the answer is.
Although the drones are pretty loud when
They
they're
are
flying.
loud, and you would think, well, they could just hear them.
Right.
There's also, I'm told, a lot of noise going on in the prison itself.
Right.
Sure.
And these prison guards are working inside primarily, where they wouldn't hear this noise as they're flying. And again, they're always at night, but I'm told that they have to be operated by someone with a line of sight to the prison. So that means that somebody is near the prison grounds, perhaps in the tree line somewhere. And perhaps if they use more infrared cameras, like the one we showed earlier, those guys throwing the phones over the fence, that might be a better way to catch them.
Yeah, and the technology gets better all the time. These
It is
drones are going
scary.
to get quieter and better.
Yeah.
It is
The
scary.
criminals know what they're doing, don't they? At least in this short range problem they got right now.
Seems they do. All right, Randy, thanks so much.
Thanks, Randy.